Well, we're off to the UVU Auto Expo for 2010. I'm right here at the Sparks Auto Trades building, and this is where it all happens for our scholarships. We do this show to provide scholarships for the students at UVU Auto Trades, and this is the place. So we're gonna leave here for lots of fun. We're gonna go see cars. We're gonna have a big swap meet. We're gonna have a lot going on. So if you're gonna miss this, you're gonna miss a great show.
Hot dogs are on the way. Just go in and have some hot dogs. By the way, if you're a little bit on the cruise for tonight, when we're pulling out here, remember it is a parade cruise. It's nice and slow and easy. As we parade down through, you're going to go to Utah Lake first.
Last year we had some going straight, some turning, and that's pretty cool.
Sounds like you were leading.
Yeah.
Plan B. You've been here every year for I don't know how many years. Thank you for playing for us and entertaining. I'd like to introduce you to a couple of the recipients for this year. We have Mike Eater and Jason Nelson. Come on up, guys. Take just a moment. Tell these folks what you think about what's happening in your scholarships.
I just wanted to thank UVU Automotive Technology Department for this scholarship, especially for the scholarship committee and for all my teachers that for their patience in teaching me and helping me with this technology and understanding it. Thank you again.
I too like to thank UVU for the scholarship. The school's been fantastic at giving me the education I need to work in the actual field. So I want to thank UVU.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for being part of the show. You got a cell phone on you, call home, tell everybody you're out here having a good time, because all the proceeds today that we bring in off the gate and the registration, all proceeds are going directly right back to Utah Valley University and the Automotive Trades Facility. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, please, turn your attention towards the flag. Remove your hats, put your hand over your heart, and show appreciation and dedication for our flag of the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, Armin Rasmussen.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
paraded a hot rod last night.
That's right, the old T-Bucket. We got to lead the parade last night, and the classic car cruise. And the startup Barber Brothers over in Spanish Fork, which is longtime friends of mine. We kind of grew up together. And this has turned out to be just a great event that they started here 20 plus years ago, and it's just one of the fun things to do. And so I'm glad to be back again. This is really a fun Saturday day for me.
We do have a lot of fun doing this.
Well, listen, I know that for be a fact. My wife, the First Lady, Jeanette, went out with me on a blind date. I'd seen her, she had not seen me, but she had seen my car.
She wanted to go out in your car.
She said, if anybody has a 68 GTO with a tachometer on the hood, is okay with me. And so she consented to go out with me. That was our first date, was my 68 GTO and Jeanette. It was fun. It was just fun to have all the cars and kind of getting together with all the guys and just hanging out. We had a nice barbecue last night at UVU. It was a good cause. We raised some money for scholarships for their automotive department there at UVU. And so again, just all around on so many levels, this is just a great event.
But again, we want to say thanks for your continued support. You've done a great job. And I really can't tell you how much I appreciate you supporting our hobby and what it means to us to have you take an active interest in the hot rod hobby.
Again, I want to thank Gary for supporting us, and I loved it last night. It was so fun to watch him and his son in the T-Bucket, and they'd stop, and Gary got in and drove it. And I'm sure a lot of people up past didn't even have an idea who that was in that T-Bucket, so it was great. And it was fun at the barbecue, and I think the governor enjoyed the barbecue and everything with us. So thanks again, Gary, and we'll have you up here just before you leave.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for your leadership on this. This is a great event, one of the best in Utah, so hope everybody has a good day.
Give him a hand, folks.
Well, here we are again, another year, another dollar. You know, this is just one of the greatest shows that's ever been put on in this state. I just love this show. They are so well organized, and this show is just something else. Everybody ought to see this show every year. Oh, heck, I thought everybody knew who I was. I'm Ardell Brown. I'm a Utah car collector. We've got a fairly good number of cars. I've got 5 here at the show. And we're just having fun. We're just hanging out, having a really, really good time. Well, right here we've got a 65 Mustang Fastback. It's a total complete custom. Everything is new on it, and it's as custom as it can get. There's nothing hardly original other than maybe a little bit of the sheet metal. And it's just a great running car with a big engine and a big transmission and lots and lots of little goodies on it. This one over here, oh, this is one of our favorites. This is a 69 Chev Camaro pace car. It's only got 9,000 original miles on it. And it is just exactly like the day it came off of the showroom floor. You can't find a nick or scratch, anything anywhere. The interior is it's just like a brand new car. Right behind you we got a another 65 Mustang convertible, this little black one. It's a fairly rare car. It's got all of the GT options, and it's a K-code. K-code means it's got a big engine and high performance, and it's an extremely rare car. There's just not very many K-codes around in the Mustangs. And it's black with red interior. You know, what else could you say about a car like that one? I mean, and it's beautiful. It's as pretty as they come. We got a nice little Plymouth Roadrunner. Those are kind of far and few between. You don't see too many of those around. It's got a big engine, and it's just straight as a die. Just beautiful car inside and out. That's another one of our favorites.
Hard to find one of those, isn't it?
It's hard to find one of those. We covered the whole country to find that car, and actually brought that in from came out of Kansas. A world famous restorer there put that thing together, and it's just exactly like brand new. And over there, that big Woody, a friend of mine's building those, and I'm kind of trying to help him a little bit. and it's a 49 or 39 40 Ford. That's what it looks like from the front. It's just bigger. It's a foot wider and 3 or 4 feet longer, and it's got a brand new 350 Chev crate engine in it, automatic transmission, and you know all the stuff in it's either reconditioned totally or it's brand new. So you know, and it's real wood. It's built just like they were back in the 30s. Hey, what's going on here today is probably one of the best shows that you'll ever see. This is a wonderful, great show, and these guys that are putting it on, they're so well organized. I've never seen a show that's any more well organized than this. And I mean, we've done quite a few shows, and this is one of the best that's been put on anywhere. They are so professional, and everything is really done really right, and they've got a lot of cars. You know, it's hard to congregate 600 or 700 cars, and they seem to do it every year. Let's enjoy the show.
I want to thank everyone for coming out, a little bit of fun, and Carmen, it's been a couple years since I had a chance to talk to you. You were at this show a couple years back. Well, you've been busy?
I have been busy.
Where have you been? What have you been doing?
Well, mostly raising a family. I have a 16-month-old boy, and I'm pregnant with my second. Done a lot of singing stuff, and I wrote a book actually for girls called Staying in Tune, kind of about my experiences on American Idol and how it's possible to stick to what you believe in Hollywood.
But it's not easy to hold to it, but it's always worth it, right?
It is worth it, and it's possible, especially with people so great like in the state of Utah. I had awesome support when I was on American Idol, and right now I write a blog for the Deseret News and on entertainment, and so
wow, you have been busy.
Dabbling my hand in writing, yeah, I have been busy.
A lot of people want to know when they see you on TV and all the hustle and everything going on with that, what's it like to be on American Idol?
Terrifying, wonderful, horrifying, exciting.
If you had to do it all over again?
I would.
Absolutely?
But I would change a lot. But I would do it again because it opened so many doors and gave me a chance to follow my dream.
Okay, what's in the future?
Actually working on another album, and I've been talking a lot with Deseret Book to do some things with them and enjoying my writing. I'd actually like to write some more books, and I've actually written a lot of children's songs. And I'm hoping to release a children's CD.
You had a chance to rehearse with Plan B.
Yeah.
Well, how's the band?
They're great. They're really fun. We actually had one rehearsal before we performed last night, and there they are back there. They're fantastic. So we're going to perform again at noon, a couple songs, and it should be a lot of fun. I could say I'm all talking. How many hours now have we been talking? Oh, I ain't gonna get no sleep. That's all matters to me. This is me happy, and this is me only loving life. Yeah, let's do it right. Oh, ain't it the greatest thing? Maybe it just keeps getting better. Don't know how it could be any better. Even if I see, it's all I like to see Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'd really like to introduce a close friend of mine, Dr. Dwayne Ashmead, and a couple things about him. Dwayne is probably the premier collector in Utah. I don't know anybody that has more or nicer cars or more expensive cars than this man right here. He may not have the most, but he's always got the best. He's from the Ogden area, and he's a great guy. He's helped us an awfully lot with a lot of our shows.
Again, thanks for coming out.
And I'm going to let him tell you about his cars here. These are two of the nicest cars in the show. Guaranteed.
You're having a good time. All the proceeds today that we bring in.
Well, today we got a 1932 Auburn Motel Speedster, which is this black car here. The other one is a 1930 Packard Motel Speedster, both of them rare. Both of them used by the rich and famous, so to speak, because the average person in the 30s couldn't afford these cars.
All right, sounds good. Again, thanks
both
for coming out. Remember, you can look,
have been restored.
Please be extremely
Auburn is the only one like it in the world as far as we know. Packard is rare. There were about 6 of those that were built.
Well, you didn't tell him that this car here we've had in the concourse the last 2 years, and it's normally always either been Judge's Choice or Best of Show or won one of the major trophies every year.
Well, you're kind, Ardell.
You got the only cars like this I've ever seen.
In the state of Utah, I know that I do. There are others that have cars like these, but not in the state of Utah.
What got you into this?
I've always liked cars. Very beginning, I had my first car a year before I had my driver's license. But I didn't start collecting cars till my kids moved away because I couldn't afford kids and cars.
Thanks for bringing these cars.
Thank you.
You bet.
We're Brett and Mary Miller, and we're having a great time. We found some lovely nutcrackers and this wonderful 50s bank, coin bank. You put the money in and hopefully he eats it.
We're looking for an engine and a transmission, and we ended up with a coin bank.
That's better.
Oh, you win.
Yeah, win. Thanks.
Thank you.
I'm just here having fun with the cars. And this is? Spend Oneless. Well, my wife keeps me off the streets by letting me play with old cars and do some sculpting. This is a 1932 Ford Roadster. It was a rod in 1947, and then it went into disrepair. It was stored for a long time, and it was in pieces. I finally put it back together again in the mid-90s, and it has a 430 small block, and it's all steel body. It's all original as far as the parts go. I've tried to stay away from the 1-800 parts and build it the same way as we did back in the 50s. And it's pretty much like the car that I had in the 50s, that I first built in the mid-50s. And it has one of my windshields on it that we're offering now. It's kind of laid back. It has a 1-inch radius. Sits up on the eyebrow of the cow. So it's a lot of fun to have a 32. I think I've had one ever since I was 15. So it seems like I've always been an artist, been playing around with both sculpture and painting. And I love to sculpt cars, but also I'm very busy doing historical monuments. We just finished a series of Lewis and Clark for the bicentennial up in the Northwest on the coast. And from about 1980 until about 3 or 4 years ago, we've been doing Lewis and Clark monuments all along the coast. And that's been a lot of fun. A lot of research involved, but I love history and love cars, and so I'm very fortunate to be able to put them all together. Oh, it's a wonderful show. I think that the people involved have made a very professional, wonderful show. I haven't seen this many cars together for a long, long time, and I'm especially excited about the swap meet. I think that they're lacking in most shows. And these people that put these cars together need to have a source for parts, and it's nice to keep things moving. It's hard to find original parts, and it's always fun. I look forward to it every year to come to well, we used to go to Orem, but everyone I know that loves old cars loves to come and pick up the parts if they can, or sell or trade what they have, and then come over and see the finished cars. And it's not only exciting, but it's gratifying for those people that worked all year and put up with the snow and finally get a nice spring day like this to show what they've done with their cars. So I think it's wonderful.
Here is Skip Dunn Racing. We just come out here to show our racing program, maybe get a few sponsors, but this has been something that Skip's been into for a long time. I'm Garrett Smith. I work on the car and drive the transport around the country. It's really exciting. We hope to be doing it for many years to come. This car here is a 2002 Pontiac Grand Am. The chassis has been built by Jerry Mickle. Class is B altered automatic. Our fastest time is 7 seconds. 34 roundabout average. This is our work area. We keep spare motors, trannies, rear ends. Our tools are all here. Extra supplies towards the back of the trailer. Car, tires, and golf carts go upstairs. This is our lounge. It's kind of my home away from home. Right behind you there is where we keep the cars. Step right on up here and look. This trailer is appropriate for the type of racing we do. Shop on the road.
Jim, Jake Johnson, and we got all these tow coats out here. Restored all of them, and just like to show them off. We had one when we were real little, and our dad sold it. We got rid of it. said we weren't obeying the rules on it.
Where is he?
Right there.
Sold it.
Yeah, it got me in a lot of trouble too. So.
Now look what you caused.
That's right. Yeah. Now I'm in real big trouble.
So how many people are in the Tote Goat Club here?
Well, there's probably 25. Yeah, 25 or 30 probably.
And how many Tote Goats total?
Well, we had 100 at our last show.
Yeah, there's well over 100, I'm sure.
Take them down to Salem Rodeo Grounds and there'll be 100 tote goats down there riding around.
Have you kids ever been on a tote goat? You like tote goats?
Show them which one your tote goat is.
Let's see, which one do you like?
Point, go show it.
Mine's this one.
You like this one right here? Which one do you ride on? You like that little yellow one here?
ToteGoatParts.com. You can buy a lot of parts.
Go on, Terry.
Jim.
Jake.
Vicky.
Vicky.
And Russ.
Porter.
Maddie and Porter.
Folks, I'm Matt Holland, President of Utah Valley University, and first of all, I just want to say congratulations to Ray and our UVU team who pulled this whole event together. I think it's been an outstanding event. Let's give them all a big round of applause. We're here to celebrate our great automotive education and all that we do. That's really important to us. So it's my pleasure to announce this year's winner of the President's Cup, and the winner goes to car number 527. Carl B. Klund is the owner of the 60 Studebaker. So Carl, if you're here, come on up.
We would like to present Matt with a UVU jacket sold, and now he can wear that when he goes to events. So, Clay?
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's nice having you here with us.
Well, another year's done. We had a great time today. We had the best collections I've seen in a long time. We had Dave Kindig, we had Stan Wanless, we had Ardell Brown, Skip Dunn with his NHRA wagon. If you missed the show, you missed a great show. The weather was perfect. The swap meet was the biggest we've ever had, filled up the parking lot in the back. So what we're going to do, we're coming back 2011. 2011 UVU, May 21st, 2011. We're going to be back. We got collections of Jay Page, Lynn Miller already lined up for next year, and who knows? But it's going to be a great show, I can guarantee. See you next year. Thank you. Barber Brothers right now doing our annual cruise, which we do each year. So we meet here from like 1 to 5:30. This year we're going to cruise our normal route to Utah Lake State Park and to University for the barbecue. But this year we're going to have Governor Gary Herbert's going to be leading the pack. So it's going to be a fun year for everybody having the governor lead the car cruise, and he will be at the show tomorrow. So we're going to do some awards, and we're going to hand out more prizes, and hopefully by 5 o'clock we'll fill this parking lot.
Girl Reardall, and I bought this car in American Fork off a used car lot. Guy brought it up from Moab and wanted it sold because his girlfriend didn't like it. We made a deal and I drove her home. And it is a dandy. It's a driver and it's fun.
Keith Lang, Springville. Got a 58 Volkswagen Beetle.
Now, how long have you had this?
About 2 years now.
Did you put it together?
Part of it. I bought it partly done and then I redid a bunch of stuff on it.
What's the thing that attracted you to this car?
The rag top and how old it was. Just like Volkswagens. I enjoy it. I drove it to California a couple weeks ago.
Terry Bredesen. That's about all there is. Just building cars.
Now, where did you find this?
Out of Kansas.
Did you go get it?
Uh-huh. Flew out and looked at it first. And
what did you have to do to this?
Nothing. Put the key in and drive it home.
Oh, that's a switch for you.
Yep. Just drove it home. It is. I've always liked them, but like I said, I like the 34 Ford 3-window too, but everybody's building them. This is different. Got to go with different.
My name's Corey Trotter. Live in Provo. It's 1954 Ford F100.
When did you get that?
I've had it for about 5 years. We did all the trim, the interior, all the finish work.
Is this the first time out this year for you?
Yes. Yeah, first time out. We drove a little bit last Sunday, but this is the first time I've been to a show at all.
Merlin Snyder.
What is this unique car?
A 1935 DeSoto Airflow SG. 1935.
No, I've never seen anything like this.
Museum piece is the only time. It's 34 of them known in the world.
What have you done to get this?
Just upholsteried it and put it back together. 35 years ago, I had it all gone through the motor and rebuilt, and I just played with it for the last year. I just got it going last year.
So you've had this stored for
35 years.
Wow.
Every bolt nut, everything's original, 100%. No, even the wiring in the old car, 75-year-old wiring in it.
What kind of motor makes this go?
A straight 6-cylinder Chrysler Industrial 241.
Hi, I'm Chris Purdom with Customs and Classics in Murray, Utah. This is Robbie Stevens.
Hello.
And we brought this 1955 Chevrolet Nomad Resto rod that we built about 10 years ago. Features a 502 crate engine, a Richmond 4-speed transmission, 9-inch Ford rear, ladder bars, heights independent front suspension, coilover shocks, air conditioning, and a whole lot of fun.
Okay, David Franson, just up here for the cruise night. Got the 06 Charger again. Just out to have fun, wishing it would warm up.
Brandon Pierce, got the 85 Chevy truck. First car show I've been to. We're gonna meet some more.
I'm Bryce Branson. I'm here to clean. That's what I do.
You said that before.
That's all he does.
I'm Joyce Epperson.
I'm Mike Epperson. We have a 66 Mustang convertible. It's a high-performance Mustang, and we've had it for 12 years, and we drive it all over the country.
Call it chaos because the engine's a K code. It's always getting us in trouble. And
it's
yeah,
temperamental.
It's temperamental.
Oh.
And as he said, we drive it across the country, and after a few miles, it likes to show us who's boss.
We bought it in 1996 and stripped it down and rebuilt it. Put some fiberglass pieces on it, one original, and put some stripes on it that it didn't have originally. But we put an original high-performance engine in it. We changed the 4-speed into a 5-speed for better roadability and better gas mileage as well. We have come many years.
It's probably our 5th or 6th year. We've come down here for the cruise end to
UVU. My name is Ben Lee. It's a 2007 Dodge Charger SRT8. This year what we've done is we got custom cold air intake. We put red halos on the headlight and the fog lights. And we got undercar lighting going around the whole car. And we redid the interior with black suede. So just a little touch up this year. It's a fun car to work with. Expensive toy.
My name is Ray Magoon. I've got a 2007 Mustang GT. It's Grabber Orange. It's been modified, Shelby crank, Manley pistons, pin rods, high volume oil pump, 2 10-pound nitrous tanks in the trunk for extra power, and it's a real fun car. Looking forward someday to putting a supercharger on it.
You need some power in that car.
Yeah, you need a little more.
Do you do all this stuff yourself?
Well, we've actually had it sent out, and the work's been done by a few shops around town.
That's nice. There's a lot of them around, aren't there?
There is, yeah. We really have had a lot of fun with the car.
Hi, I'm Steve Clark, Cedar City, Utah, 39 Ford Standard. It's been to Bakersfield, it's been to Pueblo, just drive it all over. Have a lot of fun.
You drove it all the way up here?
From Cedar, yep. Drove it up Cedar this afternoon. We had a lot of waves and a lot of looks. It was fun.
Did you build this? Or?
Yes.
How long did it take you?
5 years. It's been completed 15 years now, so it needs a new paint job. It's drivable. It really drives nice. So it's not a hot rod. It drives nice.
Yeah, we just got back from Route 66. We went and spent 7 days going through Arizona, 1,600 miles. Took my 55, which is a 55 210 two-door. And anyway, the car did marvelous. We had no problems. It ran really, really good. I've added a few things this last year, put power steering, put a new speedometer bezel and gauges, new clock, and electric windshield wipers, which we had to use since we were in a hailstorm and just before Flagstaff, and then a blizzard in Flagstaff. So, but all in all, we had a great trip. We stood on the corner in Winslow, Arizona, and to the Eagles song, and then we traveled to Holbrook and went to the Wigwam Motel, which is one of 4. It was built in the 40s, and this one is still operating. The operator opened up the room, let us go in the room, and go in the office. Really a cool place. So we had a great time.
All these are door prize winners. Come on up, get your door prize. We're going to refill these and put some more up there.
Mike Thielen. I live in West Jordan. It's a 1964 Ford Falcon. It's got the 289 V8 in it. I've changed a few things on it, but not many. And on the back corners, I put Falcons on there.
Why did you pick this car?
Because nobody else had one. And that was...
You found it somewhere?
I found it. It took... They're getting very hard to find, the 64 and 65 Falcons. They get harder to find every year. They were built as a disposable car. And they were actually the forerunners to the Mustangs, because they're built on the same platform.
Oh.
It's a unibody construction, but I took 2 years to rebuild it and working on it pretty much every day. So, but it's a fun car to drive now.
Jerry Smith, I've got 2 cars here, a 59 Chevy Impala and a 65 GTO.
And I'm Roger Dotson. I have a 58 MGA Roadster and a 78 Chevy show truck pickup.
How'd you guys get into this?
Just love cars.
I graduated from high school.
That's a good start, huh?
Yeah, and 50 years later, here I am.
And our wives let us play with these toys sometimes too.
You guys made it to the big time.
Yeah.
What do you like best about your cars?
Oh, they have round tires and square hoods and things that are traditional instead of all these round stuff.
Yeah. And I like the fact that they're kind of unique, especially my little MGA Roadster. Not many people have them.
The 59 Chev is one I've had for about 15 years. I restored it from the frame up. Everything was redone, every nut and bolt, and so it's an older restoration, but I've still kept it looking nice enough for shows. 59 Chev is the only one that had this type of tail lights. They're called cat eye tail lights with bat wing fenders. And then they went to round tail lights again, before and after. And my GTO is a 65, has 3 2-barrel carburetors on it, 389 4-speed. I had a car just like this when I was just out of high school, and in fact a few years out of high school, but sold it, and then I got this one back. And I had to go to Oklahoma City to find it.
You tracked it down?
Yeah. Imagine of all places, it was down there.
Tell me about it. Point out the good points. And they're all good points, right?
Oh, this is the 1958 MGA Roadster. I actually bought it in pieces in California in 2005 and built the car in 2 years, frame up. And I made a few alterations. I put a MGB engine in it, and I put a windbreak out there behind the passenger compartment there behind the seats, and I drive it a lot. I've driven this car to Key West, Florida, and Pennsylvania and back here.
I bet people don't know what the kind of car this is when you go by.
I've had Jaguars to Corvairs. Can you believe a kid like me with Corvairs? I know. It's a 1978 Chevrolet short bed pickup that I purchased recently. It had a blown engine, and I was able to make a good deal on it and fix the engine quickly, and it's a very, very nice truck. Drives wonderfully. All leather interior, digital gauges, custom headliner, custom seats, custom cover. All around a very well done truck. In fact, the paint is just impeccable. The body prep is perfectly smooth. But it's a fun truck.
Oh, hi, I'm Lloyd Thornton, and I'm at the car show today. It's a beautiful day. I have 2 cars today. I have a 49 Hudson and a 47 International Rat Rod truck.
You've just been putting this together?
Yeah, it's taken me about a year to build the truck and about a year to build the car.
Where'd you find the truck?
It was actually a farm truck. I found it up in Wellington, up by Price. Just an old farm truck. Probably never left the farm.
That's great.
That's, you know, there's some creativity to that. When you look at over there, there's just a bunch of kids in
This, anybody? Look at that.
This one's one. Yeah. No, yeah, you'd be here all day. You'll see. Love it. My grandma's name. Earl, remember? Yeah. 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 From eating in this. No, it started out of that kitchen when I blew it up the first time. So we had laying around. So this is
I'm Ed Hodges, and my bishop seen this on the side of the road there in Riverton. He told me about it. It was just after my other car got totaled out. And he says, I got a perfect car for you. Took my wife over there, we looked at it, it's the car. We bought it for $2,500. And it had a little bit of rust on it, it had some surface rust, and it's a fluid drive. It's just like, almost like an automatic. You can start out in third gear. It lugs and everything, but you can start out in third gear. And I get a lot of kids giving me a thumbs up, and a lot of people saying, beautiful car. And it's a rare one. You don't see them. And that's what I like. I like the rare ones. I mean, it's not a trophy car, but it's a fun car. It's got the same flathead 6 engine in it, which they call it a nail top. Yeah, my grandkids, they enjoy riding with their grandpa.
All right. You kids like to ride in this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say yeah.
Yeah. Hey, put your game down for a minute. This guy wants your picture.
How you doing? Good job. You like this car, huh? Comfortable, huh?
And,
well, that's a nice color for it, isn't it?
Yeah? Yeah, it was the ugly green, and my wife and I said, no, we don't want that ugly green.
Yeah, that's nice.
Bill Williams,
okay.
West Valley, Utah. We have Willie's Garage Products here, and we have 3 of our cars down here, the Willies, the Roadster, and the Roadster next to the Willies.
You told me about the paint job on this was done special.
Yeah, it was done right after 9/11 by Craig Frazier in Bakersfield, California, probably the best airbrush artist in the world. And the rendering will never be done again. That's what's neat about it. So the car still shows awfully well. 9 years old. Yeah.
You first started showing everything in 2003, 2004.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Yeah. And the theme was after 9/11. We thought we'd do a flag, and I don't think it's been done better. So we've been awful proud of the car. Okay, all right.
We are the Hankses, Hanks brothers. This is a 43 Chevy. It's a military troop transport truck made into a hot rod.
What does it sound like?
Super loud.
My name is Doug Lichty. I'm Vice President of NUMOA, the Northern Utah Mustang Owners Association. We're dedicated to help enthusiasts enjoy their cars. We provide information, technical and otherwise. We organize events. We come as groups to the car shows. We have a website, NUMOA, Northern Utah Mustang Owners Association.com. You can go on there for schedule of events or to join. We're currently above 120 members. Bunch of nice people just dedicated to enjoying Mustangs. We go to road rallies, cruises, drag races. We race out at Miller Motorsports Park. Today, I haven't done a count. We probably got about 40 members here with cars. And yeah, I have 5 of these here today with this. Had to mortgage my house and have some good credit to buy them. But yeah, the GT through the KR Super Snake down here. belong to my wife and I.
Okay.
This is a 2005 Ford GT supercar. Stock, they had a governor at 205 miles an hour. This one's been modified. It should do 240. At Miller's track, I can get 170 down the straight and still make the turn at about 85. 2007 Shelby GT 500. Ordered it, one of the first ones in the valley to match my wife's 70 Mach 1 grabber orange. This car's set up for road racing at Miller's track also. It scared a couple of the instructors out there. This Mach 1's a factory 4-speed air car, M code, which means 351 Cleveland 4-barrel, and it's been converted to a Boss 351 engine, all balanced and blueprinted. That's my wife's pride and joy, other than her kids. This is a 2008 GT 500 King of the Road. It looks just like the Knight Rider car. One of the hottest, best rare Mustangs ever made. And then Shelby offered a Super Snake package for people that had regular Shelbys if they wanted to upgrade for those that didn't get King of the Roads. Well, the silver car here is a King of the Road that went back to Shelby's factory for what they call a post-title upfit package, where it has some of the Super Snake upgrades. And it also is a 427 package, and they only did that in the 5 King of the Roads. So this is one of 5. Mustang GT, another newer body style, Celine. Lots of 66 and 65s, 164 and a half. Got a convertible grabber orange Roush Mustang here. Roush Stage 1 convertible. Roush makes 3 stages of Mustangs. Mustang convertible here. A new gentleman in the club does airbrushing. I really like the green, and I actually like the skulls. Beautiful artwork.
Check out some of the other things with Sunny Scoop, Italian
Got a great deal on it. Beautiful.
And you better make sure you got your tie-down straps still, because some are found in the parking lot. And also...
I'm Kelly Hansen. I brought the 65 Fleetwood limo, one of only 455 built. There are a handful of us Cadillacs that like to get together and come to these shows. We've got a couple of us today, myself, Marty Smith next to me with the 1941 Cadillac. 2 or 3 cars down to the left, there is a 1957 Eldorado, which is Randy Cummings' car, and that is one of probably only about 2,000 made, a very rare car. And there's a few of us that like these old cars. We get together, work on them, go to the shows, drink Coke, eat sandwiches, have a good time. This car was parked in a driveway across the street from Liberty Park. I commute to work by bus. I approached the people asking if they'd sell it to me. Anyway, they painted it one section at a time, which is very untypical. I bought the car from them. I've done some upholstery work, just general cleanup, and at this point I just drive it and enjoy it. I like all old cars, but I am a little bit biased towards the Cadillacs.
Hey, my name's Mike Cady from Roy, Utah. I have a 54 Jaguar Sport Coupe. The engine is a twin cam straight 6, 210 cubic inches, 160 horsepower. It runs on 616 tires, has a Sport Special dual exhaust system. The color is Old English white with the black leather and Wilton carpet black interior.
Now this unusual car, so you must have got it in an unusual way, huh?
I bought it from the second owner back in 1963 and have kept it for the 47 years and have been restoring it as I go. It's pretty well complete now, so I just enjoy driving it once in a while and bringing it down to shows.
My name is Mark Platt. It's a 1963 Austin Healey Sprite. We just finished it to actually put the steering wheel on it last night. David Diversions did the paint job on it and the body work.
Where did you find this car?
Actually, it's my wife. She bought it in 1982. And I pulled it into the garage and tore it apart. And it sat there for 10 years. And I finally realized that I wasn't a body or paint guy. So I called Dave and he picked it up last June. And like I said, we just finished it up last night. I did mechanical, and one of my buddies, Bruce Powell at Pappy's RVs, helped me with the motor. Yeah, we had to rewire it. And we had the upholstery done by Dan or Bob.
Where are you from?
Riverton, Utah. Haven't they let anybody into this place?
This looks pretty majestic in here.
Yeah.
Who is the chief majesty? Are you the majesty?
I guess.
Give me your name and what you guys do.
I'm Danny Carlisle, and we're the Majestic Cruisers out of Heber. 30 members strong.
What kind of cars do you have?
Anything from a 1930 Model A up to a 2009 Challenger.
65 Thunderbird, mostly yours, right?
No, she said
Tony
I
Carr?
have a
23 T bucket.
23 T-Bucket. All right. What do you got?
98 Camry.
All right.
56 black Chevy convertible.
A 2000 Lexus.
49 Packard.
Challenger.
The Challenger.
I'm her husband. I have the Challenger, and then I got a 78 Corvette that I didn't bring today.
That's 66 Chevelle right there.
Nice.
And a 2003 Corvette.
Ooh. Okay. What a wide range of cars here.
Yeah.
This is mine, 66 Chevelle.
Okay.
And this one's not part of it.
Okay. Ah, that convertible must be part of it, yeah.
It's a 56
I had a 56 hardtop when we got married.
Yeah, pretty nice. That's one of ours. This outfit's one of ours.
Oh, I interviewed him last year. He's on the DVD.
Yeah, Jim Madsen.
Yeah, Jim, he built that all himself.
Yeah. In fact, I think he's still down there somewhere.
Is he?
This Challenger he's talking about 2009.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure. That's one of ours, but I don't know what it is.
This is the most unlikely street rod.
Yeah.
Nobody ever rotted a Packard. My dad had a 50 Packard, and it wasn't a hot rod.
Yeah, this one's not original.
No kidding. You could have fooled me.
Yeah. And this one's one of ours.
Uh-huh.
And then that T-Bird. That's all of them that
Nice
came
collection.
today.
Yeah.
Discount
It's a
Butler
Cobra Club.
Building.
Yeah.
Double D.
What kind of Cobra you got?
Factory 5 Racing.
I know what you got.
Factory 5 Racing Cobra.
Factory 5 Racing.
Right. Give your names again.
My name's Roy.
Greg Scott.
Jim Doak.
Ed, Big Daddy Rock, got a nice little red paint car show.
What do you got?
Classic motor
Oh,
carriage.
that's right. You got the red one, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're from Pleasant Grove.
Right.
Well, what have you guys been doing this year with these Cobras? Is this the first time out?
Waiting for the weather to break so we can get them out and run.
Well, it's starting to work.
It is.
That's pretty nice shirts, huh?
Cruises. Yeah, they have them.
You have to get that.
Yep, the watch. I got one of those, yeah.
Most everybody's got one.
I got a little glare in there. There, now I got it. Cobra?
Yeah, Factory 5.
Here you go.
Gotta have our Cobra hat.
And the Cobra hat, too. Oh, I remember those hats from a couple of years ago. Yeah. Very nice. Well, good to see you guys out again, huh?
Yep, you two will be out here.
All right.
We'll see you later.